Hi guys, welcome to Chox doing a video for the L.B.S Show. You know, normally I don't like to vent about certain types of things, but it's just sometimes you need to talk through something to be able to get over it. And I just wanted to sit out here. It was nice and sunny, and then the wind picked up, so hopefully this is going to be okay. The really weird scenario happened the other day while I was at work. I work at a big box store, so I'm not naming names. I'm not doing anything like that. It's bullshit is what it is, actually. Sometimes, you know, your gut instinct just gonna tell you stuff, and my gut kind of tells me that, hey, you know, you might just want to document this little journey that's going on right now, because, you know, sometimes the paranoid are paranoid for reasons. So the other day at work, this is just so absurd, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. The other day at work, I get called into the office, and you know it's bad when they send the shop steward to come and get you, who is our union representative at blah blah blah. So anyways, in the office, and there's the head manager, an assistant manager, a department manager, and my shop steward, and myself. Okay, yeah, this is pretty serious. Can't recall anything I've done, you know, to screwed up a couple of things, but yeah, I own, you know, if I make a mistake, I own it, I learn from it, and, you know, yeah, I'm human, so I totally own up to mistakes that I make. But what happened after that just, really blew me out of the water. Okay, so we're sitting there, and everybody's got their chair and everything, and my boss decides to start reading me a 2-page type letter of sheer hate mail that he got from a very extremely disgruntled customer that I apparently had wronged while I was at work. Which, you know, sometimes you have bad days, but I'm pretty on top of my customer service. But yeah, there's some days. So it's just yeah, okay, let's figure this out. So the letter was received by the store last month when the lady wrote it, and her complaint was from last May, 2014, almost a year ago. And she had written quite an eloquent letter about how I am a horrible person and I'm nasty and I'm abusive towards the senior citizens that come in, and she had to witness me abuse the seniors that were in line ahead of her, and how dare they continue having me work in the public eye. And I mean, this is 2 pages of downright nasty bullying nastiness. I can understand if you're having a bad day. I can understand that you weren't happy with something and you brought it to the store manager's attention right away and had that situation rectified. It was also mentioned in that letter that at her bridge club, several of her friends there had received the same kind of nasty service from me. And the worst part about it is I'm nasty when nobody's around, so there's no witnesses. So as he's reading this to me word for word, and I'm talking 2 pages of typed. 2 pages. We just went through an anti-bullying campaign. The schools just went through Wear Pink, we support anti-bullying. There's workplace harassment. There's bullying in the workplace. And then there's these just absurd things. Why the hell did this just happen? I have been in the office before. I have been coached, reprimanded, whatever. My service record with the company after almost 10 years is pretty good. I honestly have bragging rights about that. And yeah, so to entail it, this whole conversation and the situation that happened, it's still actually physically upsetting me because of how vile and vicious and slanderous this is. And the fact that no tact was taken with the date of the event, which is last year, the severity of the name calling, and it was just downright vile. Like, I have never experienced such hate mail in my entire life. The whole time on the internet world here, I have never received such a vile comment. Seriously. I play WoW and get trolled, and I have never been so freaking violated as I was in that office by this stranger who had taken it upon herself to wait 9 months to write the most vicious hate mail that I've ever heard in my life. And for some reason, it was okay by everybody in that room to A, talk to another human being like that, to B, not show any tact when it comes to your employees. There's a situation where my boss had to make a business decision, and I lost my full-time job. And he had the gall to bring that up in this conversation as well. So throwing salt into the wound there. Yeah, this is what? Friday the 13th. I am still physically upset over this. So that's why I'm just like talking it out. This is a workplace situation. How many other people out there have to deal with this? It's such a double standard. It's like, we don't allow bullying or harassment in our workplace, but you'll sit there and you'll take it. And you'll eat it, and you'll show up for work, and you'll go back to your station and you do your job. Well, you know what? I'm a good employee, so that's what I did. So obviously, you know, I phoned my union representative and blah, 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 and this is being investigated right now. But it didn't stop there. It really didn't stop there. The next day, department manager walks up to me and is like, hey, and calls me by my nickname. I'm like, look, you know what? You want to use my proper name, please? Because we are not friends. You are my boss. And that turned into a power trip then, where I'm regaining my own power. Like, we're not friends. I'm sorry. You need to address me professionally. This is our relationship. I'm here to do a job, and so are you. And it resulted in getting threatened about being sent to the office if I'm caught talking because of bad time management. I was put in a pinch, had to make a bad decision. Either decision I made was a bad decision, so I chose the lesser of the bad decisions, and I stepped up to the plate, and I owned it, and I explained it, and you know, I don't even know what to say about it all. Like, it is so ridiculous. So yeah, I took my notes. I've spent so much time writing and taking notes about situations that have happened that this doesn't take me as much of my personal time or personal energy. So I think I'm just going to start video logging about this adventure that I'm on here. And I tell you what, there's a silver lining. I've been on this completely like crazy journey. A little bit of the journey video kind of explains it. You know, you pull your big girl panties up and you just keep going. And you got to try to find the positive in the situation. It's like, what's my lesson here? What do I have to learn from this situation? I worked really hard at becoming a better person, and I've made it very clear to everybody that I know that I'm working on this journey, that I'm trying to be a better person. I've come out of some really dark places the last couple of years. There's been a lot of losses in our families, and dealing with that sort of thing is, you definitely have to work hard at it. And so, you know, the lesson here is regaining my empowerment, because that's not who I am. that's one person's slanderous opinion of me. Realizing that I've worked really hard at being a good person, and I'm really proud of how far I've come. And the people that care about me in my life have actually seen it as well. You know, like this whole YouTube adventure is something completely that's helped me come out of my shell and be a little bit more vulnerable to the world so I can experience more and be more whole of a person. You know, I try very hard not to hurt other people with my words, because that's easy to do, but it's very hard to repair, and that's something I've learned over my time at working at this, because I mean, it's easy to lash out and lip and just be like, whoa, that dagger hit you, yay, I win. But that's not who I want to be. That's not how I want to communicate with people. There is a silver lining, and there's always a lesson in a bad situation. And sure, you may be shooken up for the moment, but when you think about your silver linings and what the lessons are here, it actually helps you to become a better person. Whew, I'm actually feeling better about it just talking to you guys about it, so thank you. But yeah, I think I need to actually like video log this journey so that I'm feeling a little paranoid here. As this happens, I can just like bloop, record it, throw it up there. So like seriously, disciplinary action, not quite there yet, but I tell ya, people don't need to go through that. I don't care who you are, where you're working, who you're working for. You don't need to go through that. There is a way that you can coach your employees as far as the whole teamwork thing goes. You know, like, you're not over and above all the rules that apply to everybody else. That's why the rules are there. Yeah, so a silver lining here. We're gonna be adding to this, but yeah. The whole thing from a year ago is just like, seriously, and then you take a month to talk to me about it. Whew. So there we are on this journey, and thank you for making me a better person because of it, because you can't take that away from me. And there's always a silver lining to everything. You just really need to look for it or be open to it. So I think this is where I'm going to sign off, and leave it until next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and you know what? Celebrate the beauty. There's something to celebrate every day.